Terry Bradshaw. Number 12 from the Steelers. It's a joke. Stay in California. Chew on bark.
We may be in trouble.
Terry's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He won 4 Super Bowls. He's had a legendary career.
We are definitely in trouble.
I'd love to get to know Terry.
You don't know me. You only think you do.
And maybe we can go chew some bark or whatever the hell he's talking about together.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Rivero from SteelSanctuary.com. We got a full crew tonight. Dave Coro, Trent Gang, and Bob is all here today. I'm back from vacation. I'm ready to talk some Steelers. I had to listen to you guys talk. I was very jealous all last week. So, where do we begin here? Well, it finally happened, guys. It finally happened. Cordero Patterson finally got cut. I don't know what took so long. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. He was feisty on Twitter, if you guys saw. He was feisty, announcing his own release.
I have a theory on this. So
Go ahead.
we were wrapped up in the TJ Watt negotiations. We were wrapped up in all the trades with George Pickens and bringing in, Jalen Ramsey, and then we're shipping out Minkah Fitzpatrick. Omar Khan forgot to check who the hell these paychecks are going to. He didn't even know Cordero Patterson was still on the roster. They figured it out today, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, we're putting a stop payment. We're putting a stop payment on this check. You're done."
Who's that fat fuck over there on the field stretching right now? Who is that?
Did we bring another left tackle in?
You could kind of tell he's been listening to some of it because he was chirping back today a lot. Like, you guys have been fucking trashing my name for months. Then that one's one that Omar Khan won't be most proud of when he looks back on his general manager career. They thought it was going to be this awesome kick returner with the new kick return rules. My man, unless you put a Twinkie on the 50, he wasn't doing much kick returning. And then, injuries.
We were dead last in kick return.
Mike Tomlin, I can still remember him gushing about him in spring training training camp that year. They said, did you hear about the new kickoff? I was like, yeah, why do you think we got Cordell Patterson with a big smile on his face? And joke's on you, Mike.
Robert's asking when we're going to have him on the podcast. Look, the Amazon order for the case of Chef Boyardee has been placed. That's all he's asking for is compensation. So soon. But
we're not above anything. We'll have CPAT on. Say the word. We'll have him on. I think, how many kicks did he return in his Steelers career? Maybe 2 or 3?
Do you want to call him return? There might be another word for it.
I don't know. It was not great.
He could have fair caught half of them and gave us better yardage.
You're right.
Literally.
Right.
No, in all fairness to CPAT, Big Pun's mentioning he made a lot of money without really having a position. I mean, the guy is a borderline Hall of Famer as far as
there was a time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was a time where he's a great NFL player, but not in a Steelers uniform.
No.
Unfortunately not. Although, you would think with CPAT on the team, our catering score would have been higher with the Players Association. But
maybe he's got a more critical eye, and he was one of the ones that brought it down. He's like, wait a minute.
Definitely good at seeing something.
There's Relic. Welcome, Relic.
The Steelers signed Chuck Clark, kind of sort of filling that safety position. This one's another one. This is going to go down in the CPAT column. I have a feeling. He probably doesn't even make it under 53.
I don't know about that, Dave.
There's not.
This might be a sneaky good move. Might.
You think so?
Yes.
Depth, as a depth piece. I agree.
Yeah, I
you guys? No.
Really?
No. He's god awful. He's god awful. His coverage rate was like 34 last year.
Yeah, because he was hurt. I thought he was hurt.
I mean,
when he was healthy with the Ravens, I thought he did okay. I could have sworn he did pretty well for them, actually.
He started 60 games for the Ravens.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He sucked last year. He sucked. But he was injured, and
I mean,
if you're only playing with one ACL, it's not going to go well for you. Well, except for if you're Peyton Wilson. But anyways,
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like before when he was with the Ravens, I'm pretty sure that he did all right. So like what Bob's saying, as a depth piece, this could actually be pretty good.
I know he's got a lot of free safety snaps. He's actually got more free safety snaps than strong safety snaps. But like,
I was surprised talking about CPAT again. Or?
Yeah, the CPAT thing is just staying in my head right now.
I was actually surprised when you told us that. I was surprised he had more free safeties. He doesn't look like.
I still feel like he's more of a box safety than he is a free safety. And I don't know if I see his fit because I had people I put out there that I didn't think he was very good. And people were like, "Oh my, he's a great tackler." I'm like, so is Deshaun Elliott, who's going to be the starter. Who gives a shit if he's a great tackler? We need somebody who can cover on the back end. Like Thornhill's strength, he was the best of the bunch that's available right now in coverage, and that's not saying a lot because Cleveland didn't want nothing to do with him.
I guess if he's going to be Deshaun Elliott's backup and just be the fourth safety, I guess it's fine. They could do worse, I guess, but I think they think they're set at free. They're going to use Thornhill and Ramsey.
That's what I said too when I saw the signing.
They think they're good.
Well, I also think they'll wait and see what they have with Castro, and there's look. You're looking for a depth safety. They're not looking for a starter. Deshaun Elliott is the starter, and then I think they're committed to in a base defense. We can match up if you go spread, because now Ramsey can drop down and take the slot.
It's pretty clear Ramsey's going to play free safety in base. I mean, in like not base. He's going to be in base, right?
No,
in
base.
In base, yeah, I was right. And then he'll move to the slot when they bring another receiver in, or they'll interchange around with corners. But it's pretty clear that's the plan.
Yeah. Well, I also think that if you look at Ramsey's breakdown last year where he played all over for Miami, he took an equal number of snaps on the left side and the right side on the outside. So what I think they're going to do is when they play a team that they don't feel like I got to have him follow the best receiver, that he's going to be that nickel gadget guy all over the field making plays. But I think when they play the Bengals, they're going to say, hey, Jamar Chase is yours. When they play teams with big-time receivers, the Vikings, they're going to be like, hey, man, you got Justin Jefferson and you go everywhere. That's when we'll kind of see, okay, what's the plan? Is Thornhill the plan? Because now Ramsey's going to follow the best receiver. But not every team has a best receiver.
Yeah.
I think it's
possible.
I think the Chuck Clark signing, the only positive I could say with this is he does bring position versatility for a backup. If you need him at free safety in a pinch, he's got plenty of reps at free safety. If you need him to be the box safety, he can be the box safety. And he has, I just pulled this. It says he's logged 930 special team snaps in his first 3 seasons with Baltimore. So he's played plenty of special teams throughout his career. So
yeah, before his ACL injury in 2022, he had 101 tackles. But coming off that ACL injury in 2024, he had 69 total. So yeah, probably didn't play well his first season back. I mean, hopefully he didn't morph into Devin Bush, but I don't know.
Right, and also the first year back from ACL is usually an adjustment year. So
right,
they didn't pay him anything. It's
right.
Hey, let's just see what happens.
Right.
He's not the plan.
No, and like you said, if he's the fourth safety, I guess you could do worse. I mean,
right.
It is what it is.
Is he the fourth safety right now, though?
I was just thinking in my head right now. Before you
right now, seriously,
safety, right?
right now he's the third safety on the roster, unless they're going to list Jalen as a free safety.
That's what I'm thinking. That Jalen actually is, and that he's gonna. Who knows?
Yeah. Jalen's position is F football player. Just asking.
Yeah, I kind of wondered to myself if he's going to get pissy with the moving him around and not letting him play on the outside too much. I have a feeling.
No, he wants to do that.
He said he wants that.
Really?
Yeah,
it was part of the trade. He said he was taught. They talked about that before the trade happened. He agreed to this.
Yeah, and he did it in Miami last year. He played all over. He played left, right, and then on the games where he didn't have to follow someone, He played in the slot and he played free safety.
Okay.
Sounds like he likes it. I think he likes doing that.
Well, I also think he's a legacy guy. He's looking at it as, hey, look, if I want to be considered the best cornerback of my generation, then I need to do what Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson did. I need to transition to safety and other positions, because as I get a little older, I can't necessarily run every down with these guys. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he's smart to, like Woodson did. Hey, I can still be a top 25, top 30 corner, or I can start to transition, play everywhere, and have 5 more years in the league and make $100 million.
Smart. Let's talk about some of the injuries in training camp. That's kind of some big news. Roderick Jones, soft tissue injuries. This is the last guy on the team that needed to miss any reps whatsoever. So this is not great news. We don't know how serious it is yet. They haven't really expanded on what it is. They say soft tissue injury. He's already, I know there's no pads yet, but he's had a couple bad reps, to put it nicely. So he needs to be out there. This is going to be important, something to watch.
Just a tad.
Well,
I'm scared to death he's going to get Aaron Rodgers killed, to be honest.
If first of all, and I know Trent's going to talk about this, but Jeff Hathorn was on today from doing his report for training camp with the afternoon guys on in Pittsburgh, and he said flat out there is a noticeable difference since the injury over the weekend. Broderick has not looked right since then, so you can only hope. They haven't said exactly what it is. You can only hope it's something minor, and it doesn't do it. But I mean, it's football in shorts, so I know Trent had some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't take anything on the offensive defensive lines seriously right now, because the defensive line honestly has all the advantages right now. Offensive linemen, they grab within the shoulder pads. They like to get a hold of that breastplate and hold guys, and like that's how they make their living. Sometimes that's why you complain about them getting their hands outside on the shoulder pads, right? Like they're never grabbing, the body like this. So it's hard to judge right now either side, because the defense, like I say the same thing about Derek Harmon. I was like, Derek Harmon's flashing. He's flashing. Yeah, he got nothing to grab right now. So of course he's flashing. He's a really good athlete, and this is when really good athletes shine. Is there's no pads on to grab a hold of. So I just think I think it's kind of crazy to like try to judge either. Now, I had one person say about mental reps. Yeah, sure. If he's like, doing the same things as last year where he's supposed to be pulling, and he's not, or if he's pulling into another guy who's also pulling, he got some issues. Like, you guys are going the wrong direction. If you're just talking about Alex Highsmith beating him on a spin move, I'm sorry, but Alex Highsmith beat a lot of offensive linemen with that spin move in this league, and they ain't got pads on right now. So it's just really hard to judge. I always like to pump the brakes on some of that until we get the pads on and you see these guys in live action.
But we can all agree this is the last guy in the world we want to see with any injury.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Seems like he's been kind of injury plagued in his career. He's always got something, and that's where the excuses start to come in, Oh, Broderick would be good, but he's, his arm, his shoulder, his this, is that. Hopefully this is just nothing.
To his credit, I think he tries to play through it a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think I'm hoping that's what it is. That's what this is. It's just a guy trying to play through an injury.
Yeah. I look, now we can kind of see it was a big deal with that, when he got injured last year in training camp, and that elbow and that punch in really lingered all year.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary if it is a hip, and that's, if it's hip flex or a hip pointer, you could rest him for a month and he could be ready by opening day. But I mean, that's a scary injury. Bo Jackson had to retire because of a hip injury. I'm not saying it's that serious, but it's
Worst
worth
case.
watching because there is no backup plan. There is no backup.
No, there's not. Dylan Cook is your starting left tackle as we speak right now. If
Calvin Anderson is
probably.
Well, Dylan Cook got the reps when
Cook got the reps
when he went down. So
right. Well,
they've been playing it. I heard they've been playing Anderson on the right side a lot. So
if it became he couldn't go, the likelihood is, they like Dylan Cook. They want to see what he has because of last year he got hurt in training camp, and they want to give him a chance. But if it was a game, if they were playing today regular season, I don't think there's any way Cook starts over Calvin Anderson.
I mean, does Calvin Anderson make you feel that much better? It doesn't make me feel that much better. Throw those guys in a blender and spit one out.
He's been a league average tackle. Do I want him to be my starting left tackle? No.
But in a pinch?
Yeah, but in a pinch, maybe for a game or two. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. That's a good point, too. Big bring. Do they move forward? If it's a serious injury, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But do you move Fuatano to left and try somebody else at right? Then you stop playing these games.
Yeah.
Stop playing these games and you move people around.
I wouldn't.
Maybe that's why they're playing Calvin Anderson at right. So he can be ready in case they need to switch.
Oh, jeez.
Fuatano to left. Right?
Look, the Steelers technically still have plenty of cap space. So if they have
they
to
could
go
go
get a tackle, there's not many free agents. There's not many free agents. But if they have to trade, they got
I don't know. Left tackle is a thin position all over the league. You're not going to get anybody decent.
Right.
Not now. Maybe at the deadline.
And you'd have to give up quite a lot.
Well, you could get a good swing tackle. You're not going to trade for a starting left tackle.
No.
But you could trade and get a serviceable swing tackle.
Okay.
Who could play left tackle.
Yeah, that would
work. Some of their injuries, Sayamalu's been hurt. Moon got hurt. He's missed a couple of practices. DJ Thomas Jones looks like he avoided season-ending injury, but he's still going to be out a substantial amount of time.
Achilles still intact, they said.
Yeah. For the most part, it's been pretty good, especially if Broderick can dodge a bullet here and stop practicing again this week. It hasn't been too bad. Sayamalu was before, right?
Yeah. It was before.
Left tackle.
Yeah,
you guys are vicious. You guys are vicious.
No, I got an interesting question. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If Broderick truly is hurt and your choice is Calvin Anderson, you give Mount Washington some snaps there?
No.
That's a no turning back type of thing.
Yeah.
If you start moving him to tackle, that's a game changing move for him.
I mean, when was the last time you ever played any tackle? Never? I know he's big enough, but
high school.
Yeah.
I mean, they like that JJ Gilbert, so they could go to like a 14 personnel and let's see what happens. It's a joke, but yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, he's still ineligible.
It's not unprecedented in Steeler history. Larry Brown caught the first Super Bowl touchdown pass for the Steelers. And then he had a pretty nice career as a tackle for the rest of the 70s.
Yeah, but I'm sure he had some prep time. And Washington hasn't, even sniffed tackle in a while.
Yeah, they got a month. I mean,
that's plenty of time for Mike Tomlin, offensive line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, as a fail-safe, like, okay, Calvin Anderson sucks, Dylan Cook sucks. Do you at least try it if you can't get anybody else?
I don't. I'd rather just go get somebody.
I mean, we tried Kendrick Green at fullback, so why not do this?
You know what? This is not a bad idea right here from Shower Curtain. Can you imagine tackle eligible with Mount Washington as the tackle in a chip block and release?
Pretty much what he's doing now. He's a big tackle out there.
Bob, you're talking me into this.
Yeah.
All right, let's get off of this one before we talk ourselves into it. All right, we've been civil long enough. Let's talk Minkah Fitzpatrick. Let's get into it.
Uh-oh.
He signed a new contract with the Dolphins. Pretty much made his contract guaranteed. Nothing new. $2 million new. They're going to readdress it after the season. He's going to get a long-term extension. He had his interview today. I was very, very disappointed. He took the high road. This is not a Steelers sanctuary type thing to do, Minkah. You're killing me. He took the high road.
Dave was counting on it.
Yeah, he was.
But he had a glimmer in his eye when he said, "I'm not going to talk about the Steelers coaching, or the Pittsburgh Steelers." You could tell there was ... And I'm like, Minkah, speak. Speak. Tell us. Very disappointing.
Is this right? It says his cap hit this year is only $4.5 million.
Yeah, they did some funky stuff. They
rolled
next
it
year's
into a
salary
signing bonus.
Yeah, made it a sign-in bonus and spread it out.
Cash is 17.5, so technically that's less than what he was going to make with the Steelers, then, isn't it?
It's more
Steelers
guaranteed.
got
It's the same.
I thought it was 20 mil cap hit.
Yeah, that's from previous bonuses that they paid out, though.
Well, that's my
the
point.
$17 million.
He's technically making less than this season with the Dolphins, correct?
No, not really, because he already got paid that $3 million.
He already got paid.
Yeah,
okay.
He's already gotten that $3 million.
So
it's the
there's
same.
there's no real difference then. Okay.
They actually gave him $2 million more for the life of this contract, just to do the deal, from what I read. So,
but it's guaranteed now versus not guaranteed prior.
He didn't have any guarantee. They could have cut him 2 days before this contract, and he would have got nothing.
Right.
So
I don't see this. I mean, I never saw the Minkah trade as financially motivated, other than you took an untradeable contract because you're paying Jalen Ramsey substantially more than you would have paid him. You know, here's one thing you should really like about Ramsey, because Dave, you were disappointed Minkah didn't sound off. Let Jalen Ramsey get unhappy. Whoa. I can tell you from the Jacksonville perspective, when he got unhappy with the Jaguars, you knew it. They had to send him home to make him tradable to the Rams, because he was just basically out there. If you ever say The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, a classic basketball movie with the guy that raises his jersey and says, "Trade me," it was just short of that. Every press conference was like, "This organization sucks. Get me out of Jacksonville. I don't want to play here anymore." So
he's got a reputation. He's not, he's a me guy. He's not necessarily this, kumbaya team guy. When he's not happy, like you said, he's gonna let you know. Team be damned.
So Minkah's cap hit in 2026 jumps. It goes from 4.5 in 2025 to 2026, 18.8 million. And then in 27, it's back down to 9.7 million, which is weird, but all right.
Because that last year's a phony year. They just spread out his cap hit. They're gonna redo it after this year. So it's.
And one thing about Ramsey, he was kind of me in Jacksonville, but the Rams loved him. They would have taken him back. He was a good soldier with McVay. It's about the coaching. Jacksonville was a disaster. He was a good guy for the Rams. He was a mostly good guy in Miami, other than he started making noise like, "Hey, if you want me to stay here, we either better start fucking winning or you better start paying me more." And Super Bowl, AFC Championship game, I mean, the guy is a winner. I will say that. He is a winner. I mean, his teams win.
He's a good player, and he's a winner. I'll agree 100%.
And he's been an integral part in the winning. Yeah. He's created plays. He's shut down guys. We all love Minkah for what he's done here, but Minkah never had a playoff performance anywhere near like anything Jalen Ramsey's done throughout most of his career in the playoffs.
Different positions, though. Corner's a lot more.
I mean, I get it. I'm just saying that when you start really breaking down the differences in these trades, like, that's a pretty impactful thing to talk about. A guy who's had high level success in the playoff at his position versus Minkah not having the same success.
Yeah, and just Shower's point, because Dave didn't get to give his take on this. This is widely reported that it started out Minkah straight up for Tyreek Hill.
I don't know what I want to do with myself. I've been wanting Tyreek Hill for 5 years.
I have not seen this. Are you serious? That's how this originally started.
Oh yeah, we talked about it the other day with Colin. Remember?
Nope.
Yeah, it was reported towards the end of last week. The Miami
do not recall.
The Miami writer was on the afternoon show in Pittsburgh, and
interesting. I hadn't really heard that either.
Instead, it started out as Tyreek for Minkah, but they couldn't make the money work.
Damn, that had been insane. Dave, you would have been
something
out of your mind over that one.
I would have been very conflicted, because I still like Minkah a lot,
even though you didn't 5 months ago. But that's okay.
Oh, listen, you guys put words in my mouth.
Oh,
everyone,
roll back
all
the
of you,
tape, baby.
All of you were
saying
the
tape.
All of you were saying the same thing.
Where's the chat at? Chat.
The coaching, the coaching.
Please, does anybody remember?
Well, listen,
Dave agreeing.
He was not He was not playing well. We tried to figure out why. We all thought it was coaching. Every single one of us thought, they're playing him 20 yards off the ball.
I did say yes.
I mean,
I get
the proof's going to be in the pudding this year. If he stinks this year in Miami, then it was him. If he balls out in Miami, then it was Tomlin. It's that simple.
I still don't think he's going to stink. My biggest issue, like I said, was just that $20 million a year and the production is not there that you're looking for, that you should be getting from a guy you're paying that kind of money. That's my only thing. I don't think he's washed. I don't think he just didn't deserve the money he was getting. That's my whole thing.
And for our man, Big Pun, how do you think Miami will use Minkah? Well, if CPAT signs as a server on the buffet line, is how they'll use it.
Minkah doesn't like being all over the place, if I remember correctly, right?
Right.
And
he
that's
does
what
not.
Miami did with him originally, correct?
Yeah, that's why he forced his way out, because Flores wanted him to play nickel.
So I'm curious if they'll try that again, or they're gonna be like, no, don't worry.
They seem to be on the
same.
same. Well, we'll see. They seem to be on the same page from what Minkah said today.
I'll say this though. If he was overcompensating for the secondary we had here last year, wait till he gets to see that fucking secondary in Miami.
Bro, I'm looking at it right now. The right corner is Storm Duck. That's his name.
Yep.
I saw it and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Ashton Davis is the strong safety and Jack Jones is the other starting corner.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They fucked.
Good luck.
They
Good luck, buddy.
And gave it to him.
Nickel is Cater Kahoo. Do you know any of these people? Because I don't.
That guy's all right, I think.
Kahoo is an appropriate name for him because I have no fucking clue who that guy is.
You haven't heard of him? He's okay.
Oh my gosh, Mike Hilton's the backup nickel.
Yeah, they just signed him. They just signed him yesterday or the day before.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough secondary.
Yeah.
It's a tough secondary.
Bradley Chubb, Jordan
That doesn't
Brooks,
bode well for
Tyrell Dotson.
Minkah.
Yeah,
and the Big Pun's point here, I mean, I think everybody's in love with the idea of Minkah and how great he was, and he was great for about 3 years. And I really feel like after that Bengals game in the 23 season, it was all downhill from there. I think he became a tryhard because he had to be a tryhard. It wasn't because he was I just think he decided I'm going to play hero ball and play everywhere. And to the detriment, I think he's taken years off of his career.
It's just another guy that the Steelers and Mike Tomlin have misused and done wrong. And it's not going to stop here. Maybe we could segue to the Yaya Black Logan Lee shit. Logan Lee's 270 pounds. He's playing nose tackle. Yaya Black is 350 fucking pounds, whatever it is. He's playing end. This is what the Steelers do. They take round hole, square pegs and try to fit them in round holes and slam it and slam it and slam it until it doesn't fit anymore. Then they discard it. This is what they do.
Trent, you watched Black some in college. Wasn't he like a 4-3 defensive tackle at Iowa?
Yeah.
But he's 350 pounds.
Yeah, but he's not a nose.
Well, at worst, you can say, okay, Black's not a nose. Logan Lee's not a fucking nose.
Yeah, Logan Lee was actually an end in college in that same defense.
Logan Lee's not a nose.
Literally, they played on the same team.
If you're walking down the line of defensive linemen and you say, who's going to be my nose tackle? And you skip Yaya Black to go to fucking Logan Lee? Are you kidding me?
Well, Derrick Henry ran in the B gap a lot, not the A gap. So they're just going to put the biggest motherfucker in the B gap now because we're only doing whatever the Ravens did to us last year.
Correct.
So he's going to find the small white guy in the middle and go in the A gap instead. It's fucking ridiculous.
We're also signing as many ex-Ravens as we can find on the scrap heap as well.
It's 5 now.
Ravens, Eagles, we'll take them all.
Yes.
There's a reason, though, why Black didn't go in the first 2 or 3 rounds. It's because he's a project. I mean, if you got a 4-3, he's not a project. But if you're going to make him a nose, you gotta give the kid a year of learning how to play nose tackle because he doesn't. This whole coach him up on a pad level. I mean, when's the last time the Steelers coached up anybody? Number one.
Well,
Nose
ain't that difficult to figure out. Stand here, don't move.
His RAS score says he's going to be great at it because he had like a 5.38 RAS score. He's going to be great at not moving.
Yeah. Just eat up 2 blockers and we're happy, buddy.
Casey Hamburger. Get him with some
realistically,
Casey hamburger.
I mean, Keanu Benton, it sounds like, is going to be the nose because I think Harmon is a little bit better athletically.
Another guy who should be nose.
No, he shouldn't be, but I think they are going to play him there because
They are gonna
Harmon
play him,
will
yeah.
be the Cam Hayward on the other side, and they'll put Benton in the middle of the two. So, which means, unfortunately, we won't see Benton on the field a lot, except for base. But I would like to
Which
see
is insane.
I would like to see in the 2-4 in the nickel when they only play two down linemen to rest Cam and give me Benton and Harmon on the field together. Not all the time. I'm not saying bench Cam, but give me some of that so I can see what it looks like.
I think you're going to
Might
see
better
that
give him a
anyway.
breather.
You'll see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
You'll see a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit
You'll
of
see
it.
it. You'll see it. They're going to give him a breather, so you'll see it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what this defense of coaching staff is doing ever.
They zig to everybody zag, literally.
Yeah.
Look, honestly, Shower's got a decent point here. Look, if Black can really play the end, let's just say, I don't think he's there, but let's just say he is. I mean, like, to Trent's point, you're going to run Derrick Henry into YA Black? I mean, come on, that's not going to work.
Okay,
Not a good
so
idea on their part.
you run the
Yeah,
other
but-
way.
Ken,
If Logan leaves this,
Cam, you're going to run into Cam?
no, I'd run straight at Keanu Benton, who gets blown off the ball half
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why Black should be the nose.
and then when he's one out, you put Logan Lee in there, and he can really run him over. It's just it doesn't make any sense to me.
I think they're trying hard to find Logan Lee a spot to stay in the roster because they like him so much. They liked him a lot last year, and he got hurt.
They do, but why are they punishing the kid? Play him an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
He's more of an outside linebacker than he is a nose.
Logan Lee? No, I don't think.
They're trying to do it with Marvin Leal. They're the same guy. They're pretty much the same guy.
Yeah.
He-
Well,
I don't think
I-
the Marvin
I think
that
Lee's
heavy,
a
is
little
he?
more stout, can play on the line, and he should be in
Lee was like, wasn't he like a 9-point something RAS? He's a
Yeah.
super athlete.
I think
He
so.
was.
So he could
Like-
play.
Texas
994.
A&M fake guy.
You have
Or was he Texas?
an undersized athlete in Logan Lee. And where do you stick that player?
On the nose.
On the fucking nose. A guy who almost had a 10 RAS score. And what
That
position
way-
do you not need any athleticism at all? The nose. It just. Somebody explain it to me.
I mean,
No, I know. There's no explaining. It just.
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
somebody can explain to me why they brought Isaiah Loudermilk back. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah,
make sense. I mean,
But hey,
They
remember, it's just
like
depth,
they
guys.
like him.
It's
I
just
don't
depth.
know why, but why they like him.
They do like Loudermilk. I don't know what it is. He's decent against the run, I guess. Right? He's got no pass rush whatsoever.
It's been how
No.
many years, and he's done hardly anything.
I mean, as a
Logan
as a
Lee
sixth
is
defensive lineman.
Logan Lee is listed at 285, which means he's 240.
And Nick Herbig are like two hamburgers apart. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Well, at least Logan Lee is 3
But
inches
yeah,
taller.
right? I just don't. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Get Logan Lee play left.
The left tackle.
He'd probably be better left tackle.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe so.
Let's talk Aaron Rodgers interview. I thought he knocked this thing out of the park. We shouldn't be surprised. I mean, they tried to, give him the Terry Bradshaw question, thinking that we're going to throw him. And I don't think he could have come up with a better answer. Just saying, I just want to get to know Terry, and I think it'd be different. How much? You can't get a better answer than that. Didn't get mad. Didn't get upset.
Called him a legend. I mean, he like I thought he answered it perfectly, honestly.
And that guy, I'm forgetting who was doing the interview. He read the whole
Kyle
quote.
Brandt.
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle
Brandt.
Brandt. He read the whole quote. He
yeah.
didn't leave anything out. He read the tree bark, everything. He read the whole, and he's like, "No, you're not getting me down that rabbit hole." It's great stuff, man. There are not a lot of people that handle interviews like Aaron Rodgers does.
But I also think Rodgers is right. People don't know him. They don't know him,
Yeah.
the real him. They're just going off of what the media or whoever puts out there to make you think of him. That's
Yep.
the way I look at it. I think he answered it very truthfully when he said he doesn't know me, and if he got to know me, he may have a different opinion.
Yeah. And he's right. If Terry sat down with him for 5 minutes, he would change his opinion. Terry was frustrated like we all were. we were all a little frustrated that he was taking so goddamn long to sign.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, one of us wasn't frustrated.
I know. You were right, Bob. I said you were right on 3 podcasts already. No,
I just need to get something in the Bob was right folder that
it's already there. It's highlighted with stars.
Hey, look, let's also remember, though, that Bradshaw also thinks that they should have stuck with Kenny Pickett, and he got it wrong on all this other shit, too. So, whatever.
You know, look, Bradshaw.
Terry's what, 70-something years old? Is he 70?
76.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
he should be getting football takes in them.
Yeah, he's an old school guy, and Rodgers seems like that California modern liberal guy, and although he's really not, and then and he's been kind of killed by both sides for things over the years where, but I really wish we could lay this whole bullshit to bed about how he's a bad teammate, and people are surprised that he's going out of his way to hang out with DK Metcalf and mentor Will Howard. He said nice things about Mason Rudolph. I mean, can we maybe just think for 1 second that maybe this is a bunch of media narrative bullshit?
I think the narrative's changing. I think it's turning. I think people are finally realizing they were wrong about this guy. Not everybody. We know a few people that are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're not going to change everybody's mind.
The thing I learned the most about that interview with Aaron Rodgers, and he's clearly been watching our podcast because we've been saying people don't know him, right? So he got that from us. He got it from us. We've been saying it for weeks.
Hey, this is a safe place. This is a safe space for Aaron Rodgers here. We're all Aaron Rodgers fans here.
Aaron, you don't have to make one of these your burner accounts. It's okay. You can come on. We'll talk to you, buddy. We want to know you.
Tons of hugs and rainbows for you, pal.
Nothing but love here. You ever want to come on the podcast? Anything else from the? Go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry.
I was going to say we'll even give you an Uncle Aaron T-shirt for free.
Wow, there you go. There you go. Anything else from the Aaron Rodgers interview? I confess I only watched about half of it.
He knocked it out of the park. You had it spot on from the get go.
Yeah, he did good.
He gave Mike Tomlin a lot of credit, and he was like, and it wasn't that, hey, I think he's some great X's and O guy. He's just, I like the fact we talked every week, and he wasn't bugging me to show up. He wasn't asking me, okay, lip service, your family, oh, yeah. When you coming? It was just, and every week he was remembering details, which is a Tomlin strength, to connect with a guy and a player, and ultimately to get Rodgers into your building. He needed that. I don't feel like the Jets gave him that. I think he was expecting it when he got to the Jets, but and flat out when he showed up and Aaron Glenn said, "Hey, I don't fucking want you."
Yeah.
He's also talked not in this interview, but in previous interviews where he called Coach Tomlin, and he would say Saleh was Robert Saleh, and never gave him that coach.
Oh, you caught that, huh?
Yeah, so there was some things about that too where you can see the mutual respect there. It wasn't just the on the field stuff. He said it in interviews.
That's a good point, Trent, because when you catch him, when they ask him about McCarthy, he always refers to him as Mike.
Yeah.
It's never that's the first time. You're right. I didn't even pick up on that. What a great point that he calls Tomlin coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Let's segue to the Tomlin press conference. Mike's as good as Aaron Rodgers is. Mike Tomlin's better. He just kills these interviews. He doesn't say anything he doesn't want anybody to hear. I did, if I'm not mistaken, you guys were talking about Brandon Eccles and not making the roster. But guys, he's making the roster.
He's making the roster.
That man's making the roster. He's on Mike Tomlin's favorite.
I saw it.
Yes.
I was like,
yes,
he's liking him. So
that guy's making the roster.
Jesus.
Look, in fairness, as much as we all like Beanie Bishop and one of us more than others,
let's take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Hey,
whatever you're about to say, let's take it easy.
That's the only reason I held on to Claypool as long as I did, because he was a Notre Dame kid. So I get it. I understand. But hey, look, that he's only got to beat out Beanie Bishop really to get that job. So
yeah,
sure.
I mean, he's CB3 and slot 2. I think he's not going anywhere. He
Not. No, I mean,
I don't.
I'm
think
looking
he's
at it right
CB3.
now, and
he's at best CB4. He's at
who's
best.
ahead of him? Please don't tell me Trice. Please don't tell me
Ramsey,
Trice.
Trice is ahead of
Darius
him.
Slay, and Joey Porter.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
counting Ramsey. Ramsey's slot. All right, if you want to count him, then he's 4. But my point is he's the first guy in if someone gets hurt.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I disagree. I think
Corey
they
Trice.
like Trice.
I feel like you're going to see
Everybody likes Trice.
Trice and I feel like you're going to see him in dime packages for
Yeah.
both plays till he gets
You're going to see
hurt in the first
Trice in
game.
street clothes is what you're going to see him.
the key with Eccles is he's a special teams guy too, right?
and the special
So-
teams there, too.
I mean, Bob, you might be right. He might it might be Bishop that's out.
I kind of hope not because I grew to like him. I didn't like him at all at the beginning, but he kind of grew on me throughout the year. And the second half of last year when they were playing Sutton, I was begging for Beanie to get back on the field.
Well, he was productive. Didn't he have some kind of record? He was the first rookie to have 4 interceptions his first season since whatever or something like that.
Yeah,
He was
had a pretty good-
productive,
Playing
And he
half a
wasn't-
year.
and he
Yeah.
wasn't as bad as Sutton was just so bad
Sutton was a train.
that it made Beanie Bishop look so much better, even though he was not it wasn't that great. He did okay.
I give
But
them
yeah, I
shit
mean-
for Darius Slay, but this secondary is so much better than we've had in God only knows
Oh,
how
it's-
long with Ramsey and
As far
Easily.
as true
and
cover corners
Eccles and
goes,
Slay and all these guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like I can't even think of a secondary corners this deep. I don't know. I can't remember.
I'll be honest. If they get rid of Beanie Bishop, I'm going to be pissed. I really liked. I've been so high on that kid since his rookie season, like early in the rookie season, like camp.
well, me too, Trent. Tell him.
You could see.
Yeah,
I mean,
tell
I'm
him.
telling you, look,
Let him
I
have
don't care what any of the measurables say. I don't give a shit about the UDFA. He's in the right place very early in the season. He struggled,
Yes.
but you saw him really come on, and like especially from like the Washington week, like in that ballpark, those games. I mean, that kid was just in the right place at the right time. I mean, one of his interceptions was a deflection where he wasn't even the guy in coverage.
Yeah.
He was just there.
Yep.
That's
That was
I'm-
one of his best
look,
plays of the season. That was
I'm
one of the
gonna
best plays.
I'm gonna nitpick every little bad thing Brandon Eccles does. I am going to try to will this to Beanie Bishop has a spot with the team.
Listen, I think you know what Brandon Eccles is, right? New York didn't think highly enough of him to bring back, and they already lost a starting outside corner in free
that's
agency.
true.
So, like,
he's
they
not an
know what he
outside
is.
corner. Yeah, he's definitely.
well, if you're talking about him being the next man up, it's not Corey Trice. Who the hell else is going to be the next man up if it's not Eccles
It's
on the
Eccles.
outside?
It's Eccles in it. He played outside with the Jets last year, right?
He's
Uh,
played more
yeah.
outside snaps than he's
Yeah.
played in the
Yeah.
slot
Yeah.
in his career. So I'm
He's having-
telling you,
And
if
he's
you're
actually
dumping
having a good camp, though. That's the only thing. He's having a good camp.
and all of the stuff coming out of New York was he was better on the outside than he was in the slot, which is why they didn't want him because he's undersized.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if they dump Beanie Bishop for a dude who's garbage in the slot, I'm going to be pissed.
I will say this though. Remember, he's a 4-3 guy, so there is some, if it all comes down to it, and him and Beanie Bishop is a 4-5 guy. Brandon Eccles is a 4-3 guy. I mean, bottom line is we're talking about the 5th cornerback on the roster, so. I don't know. I'm okay with either one, but they spent money to get Eccles. I still think there's a better than average chance they're going to keep him and maybe try to sneak Bishop onto the practice squad.
I wouldn't. Somebody's going to take that kid
No, I get what you're
with the
saying.
production he had.
I get what you're saying, Trent. I feel the same way. It's just that it sounds like Eccles is doing really good. They're really happy. with him.
They could theoretically keep 6 corners, right? I mean, you get
They
3
could.
starters.
They didn't last
Eccles,
year, but they
Bishop.
could.
Well, if they keep,
And Trice?
they could keep Eccles if they cut Pierre, because Pierre's their
I forgot
special
about Pierre.
teams guy.
I forgot about
Oh
Pierre.
my God, Pierre can go. Well, special
He needs
teams.
to be cut
uh,
anyway.
But they
He's-
just signed him to a free agent contract.
It's
Yeah.
not much, but you're right. And he's a gunner, right?
Yeah,
I believe
He's
so.
their gunner, so
I think
that
Eccles
could be tough.
has
I forgot
to,
about James Pierre.
yeah,
yeah.
Eccles has to show that he can take Pierre's spot on special teams. To me,
Yeah.
to make the team.
Yeah, Beanie Bishop could. There's a world where Beanie Bishop doesn't make this team, and that's kind of crazy.
I don't think his
'Cause I
NFL
think-
career is done if he gets cut. I think he will. I think John's got a good point. Somebody will pick him up. I think they
He
would.
might make
Hope.
it to practice squad. I don't know.
Beanie has one less interception in his career, which was half of a season than Brandon Nichols has.
Yeah.
And he's played for 4 seasons.
Right.
And then we
Yes,
forget
yeah.
about Kent too. Kent, the return job's wide open. There is no returner right now. So if he can lock on it, Mike Tomlin's press conference said he mentioned Gainwell as a possible returner. So,
Gainwell should be the guy.
yeah.
I think Colin said he thinks that Kent will make the roster, didn't he?
Colin is a big Kent guy.
I
Yeah.
kind of like Kent too. We'll see. I don't know if there's room for him though. He's a practice squad guy, probably.
I think he has to make an impact in 3 phases of special teams if he's going to make this roster. He's going to have to be a punt gunner. He's going to have to be a punt returner and get Calvin Austin off that job. And he's going to have to be a kick returner.
This preseason is going to be pretty interesting to see what these guys do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And one thing, remember when we broke down the roster a few weeks ago? I want to caution everybody about falling in love with the guys we had because our roster sucked. And when we did a top 10 roster, guys, we were scraping the bottom of the barrel to come up with 8, 9, and 10. That's how thin this roster was last year. So I get we like Beanie Bishop, great story, all that stuff. Bottom line is if we have found guys, if they have stocked up with guys who are better, we got to take the emotion out of it and move off of guys like that to just get better. That
Don't
doesn't
tell me
mean
how
they-
to feel, Bob. Don't tell me how to feel.
Well,
How dare you?
Well, I get it. I mean, it's like Connor Hayward. People love Connor Hayward. But
Yeah.
let's face it.
I'm not
Connor
emotional
Hayward,
about him at all.
I was gonna say,
Well, some people are emotional about Connor Hayward. But
See ya, buddy.
that's a guy we don't need. I mean, no offense. Nice guy, good kid, played hard for us. But he's too small to be a tight end. And he probably, if they keep a fullback, isn't good enough to beat the true fullback out.
Yeah. No. Well, Dave.
Dave said if we're going to trash Beanie Bishop,
He's out.
He's not having it. Not having it. All right.
He said having nothing to do with this WVU guys getting beat on.
Who loves Connor Hayward other than him? I hear his mom's fond of him.
Tomlin brought up Peyton Wilson and Kenneth Gainwell specifically for backs on backers this week. That's the one he wants to see. I thought that was interesting. I mean, Peyton Wilson's been talking some shit about how good of a coverage linebacker he is, so we're going to find out.
Look,
He
bottom
thinks
line
he's
is,
the best in the NFL.
Yeah, he thinks he's the best in the NFL.
I'm interested to see if they'll let TJ go against Jalen. Because remember, Jalen has owned TJ in that drill. So I wonder, just to boost their confidence, if they will not put TJ up against Jalen.
No, they got to put him up against him. I don't think we're worried about TJ Watt's confidence at all.
I mean, I said last week, and Colin disagreed. To me, I have not seen a better blocking, pass protecting back than Jalen Warren in the NFL over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I
those
don't know.
PFF grades on him are complete garbage. He's so much better than they give him credit for.
He definitely is a very good pass blocking back, and that's something that Caleb Johnson's going to have to work on because he's never done it really. He's very inexperienced at pass blocking and pass receiving for that matter. So I was thinking about that today. That might give Jalen Warren the nod early in the season until they feel comfortable with Caleb Johnson blocking.
And don't forget, Gainwell is also a very good blocker. So they've got real good options on the passing downs. And, I think Caleb is probably the best runner of the football of the three.
Yeah.
But there's more to it. And until Jalen fumbles, I think it's his job. And unfortunately, he is going to fumble in the first 3 or 4 games.
Trent.
What?
Trent, you saw what Tomlin said about KJ. He said he's got a lot of different things to work on. He's not going to start a rookie when he's got Warren. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Yeah, he's going to make it.
It's not going to be Jalen gets 20 carries.
Put the pads on, boys. I'm just saying. Get that big motherfucker busting it up the middle, running on these ends. He breaks a 20-yard run, and Jalen gets dropped by the first shoelace tackle. I'm just telling you.
But in fairness,
Caleb Johnson.
if Logan Lee is on the nose, he's going to look really good.
Yeah.
Good point.
Find Logan Lee, run at him.
Good point.
Maybe
God.
that's from the Tomlin press conference, you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say on Caleb, there's no doubt long term he's the guy. He's going to take over for Jalen. I just don't think it'll be in the preseason. I think it'll be Jalen gets 12 carries, Caleb gets 10, Gainwell gets 3, and then in the passing game, I think it's Gainwell 1A, Jalen 1B. Now, if Johnson shows that he's a good receiver and becomes a factor where Aaron Rodgers is comfortable dumping the ball to him, he could accelerate that pace. I look, Johnson's going to lead the team in rushing. I will say that
For sure.
To Trent's point, though, we know Tomlin has a type, and Jalen Warren ain't it. Caleb Johnson is what makes it move for Mike Tomlin. He likes the big guys. He doesn't like small backs.
I will say that KJ is one of the players I'm most excited about to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I can't wait.
100%.
I'll say this too. So Caleb was not like a big receiving threat out of Iowa, but at the same time, have we really asked that much out of Jalen Warren? I mean, a couple checkdowns, screens. Johnson's done all that at Iowa. You're not asking him to do what Le'Veon Bell did, where you're asking him to split out and get in the slot and route run. Like, we're not asking our guys to do those things. So it's really, to me, it all is going to boil down to, can Johnson block? If he can block, this is his job week 1. Because we've already seen the burst, like, in practices. I mean, he's running away from people already. So that whole 40 time bullshit is gone.
Yeah, that 40 time is going to be
gone.
the most.
we'll see when they put the pads on. But
As I say, Trent, they got to put the pads on.
I'm moving in.
He don't slow down with the pads on. We've seen the GPS.
Yeah, I'm moving in that.
But what do
direction.
you think happened in that 40-yard dash? He just didn't run it good that day because.
What was
Right.
it? I forget. What was it that day when he actually
4 or
did it?
5, right?
4 or
Was it
5 5.
Yeah, it was like.
Some guys, it's the start, to be honest with you, because the track guys always have an advantage on that because they can get that burst out of the blocks. If you're not a track guy, that can hurt you coming off the line.
If I'm a running back and I'm not sure I'm a 4.3 guy, I don't even think I run the 40. Because look what it did to Caleb Johnson. If he runs a 4.4, he's a first round guy.
He's
the second.
He's the second or third running back taken.
Yeah. That killed his draft stock. I don't think I would do it if I was running back.
Bottom line is, and I think I'm going to be a big fan of Caleb Johnson. At least I hope I will be. He's certainly better than fucking Najee Harris. But I'm sorry. Give me Omari. Please give me Omari and Hampton all day
Bob with
long.
one more final jab.
Can we pour one out for poor Najee Harris? Blew his eyeballs out
My
with the
dude.
firework thing. My God. And then they put him in sunglasses with a dog in front of him.
Dog
Oh, my God.
around.
My God. My God.
When I saw that, I was just like, no. Please tell me my man don't cut a dog. Helping
Would
him
it shock
walk
you if they
around.
cut him? The Chargers? Once Omari and Hampton starts running,
Yes,
I
it
mean,
would shock me. Because
In a way,
Yeah.
would you be pissed off that he got hurt? Like if your team signed you and you went and got hurt,
absolutely.
I'd be kind of like,
They
what
gotta
the
be
fuck were
pi-
you doing, dude?
They got to be pissed off at him.
What do you get? $8 million guaranteed?
No, 5.
No, you're gonna make Bob angry.
Was it
don't
2
you?
years? Was it? I thought it was a 2-year deal, though, right?
Over the life of
Did
the
he get a
contract,
2-year
it might
deal?
be-
Oh,
It
you
was.
might
It
be
was.
right.
They reported 2 years, 16 million, but when you actually break it down, he's guaranteed 5 a year. With incentives, he can make 8.
So it's 10 total guaranteed.
So he's got 10 for if they cut him, he get 10 million.
because
he actually got more than I was thinking. I had
that's
8 in my
the
head.
thing. We were like the Steelers made the right move because they didn't pay him that $6.5 million for the 5th-year option,
Yeah.
right, Bob? Wasn't that what they were gonna have to pay him, if I remember correctly? And they didn't do it, so they were smart
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
This 1,000, and I've started to hear this more and more in the media, and I'm going to credit my brother with this, that the 1,000 yards statistic for a running back at this point is bullshit. In 17 games, if you don't rush for 1,000 yards, you should be cut on the spot, unless you were hurt. It's only 50 yards a game. That's it. It's 50 yards a fucking game to get to 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And how many years was Kendrick Green there with Najee? Was it just one?
It felt like 11.
Just one, yeah. Again, square peg, round hole. Guy's a
I
guard.
don't like 11.
Well,
play him at
let's
center.
be honest. His best position is fullback.
Yes, true.
Yeah, you're right.
But he did serviceably play guard for the Texans that 1 year for a couple games and not a whole year. He wasn't a train wreck at guard like he was
to
at
start
center.
the season. Then you didn't hear his name.
He got
again.
hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right.
he's
He
not-
did get hurt, didn't he?
He's out of
Kevin-
football now, right? Is he? He's not on the roster right now.
One of Kevin Colbert's more successful picks. Well, he's still in the
Bob,
league.
you beat me to it. I was about to say, hey,
Listen,
that's Kevin Colbert
I'm
starting.
going to go
center,
back and
baby.
get the tape. I'm going to go back and get the tape. The head coach said this guy's a starting plug and play center.
While the freaking
head
general
coach.
manager sat right next to him and repeated it. Yes.
That's
Probably
why.
rolled his eyes.
Well, they had to say that after they passed up a starting plug and play center 2 drafts in a row and 3 total picks in a row.
Yes.
People
Yes.
killed me when I said that about Najee Harris. People killed me. I was getting killed because I said it was a dumb pick, and they should have drafted the center, and I was getting murdered.
I mean, Najee, honestly, he was a bad pick because they didn't have the right offensive line in place. Najee can run, but like our scheme was garbage this past year for his skill set, and the offensive line was never ready for him.
He's not a bad back, but he's not a big play back. There's no big
He's not a
plays
first
with
round
him.
talent. He's
Well,
not a first round talent.
He doesn't run with vision. He's slow. I mean, look, he played really hard for us. I mean, there is value
Yes.
in that he was dependable.
It's a good way to
But
put it.
bottom line is, like John points out, he averaged 64 yards a game on 38 carries. I mean, it doesn't matter. He was 50th in the NFL in yards per carry. And
Yes.
look, I'm not an analytics guy. I think way too much value is placed on it. But bottom line is, when Jalen Warren is 25th in the NFL and you're giving the ball to the guy who's 50th, there's something wrong there. He had ample opportunity.
In his defense, that first year was brutal. I think he led the league in touches behind probably one of the worst offensive lines, definitely in the league that year.
That we've had.
They
in a
were
while.
terrible.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And they just killed that kid. They ran him into that brick wall over and over and over again. And he just taking the ball and going. I mean, he didn't even miss a snap that year.
And I'm just going to point this out. I'm going to point this out to you, Bob. Now, Najee Harris was 50th and got all the carries over the guy that was 25th. So what do you think's going to happen with Caleb Johnson in the mix? Tomlin's got a type, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he does.
But they paid Warren to come back. He also goes against rookies most of the time. Najee was an exception in the rookie role. He also set the Steelers receiving record for rookies his first year. So, it's
Who, Najee did?
Yeah.
Because he was their whole offense that year.
Yeah,
He was everything. He was. It was ridiculous.
Him and Deontay Johnson. That's what it was. I'm trying to look
Anything
up
else from
Big Pun was pointing out how few guys do it. I mean, 1,000 yards, a lot of it's because they split carries nowadays. Teams aren't looking for, hey, I need you to get me 1,000 yards. They're looking for, I need you to get me 5 yards every time I hand you the ball. There's very few bell cow running backs. It's not that these guys get 250 carries. They would get 1,000 yards.
Oh, yeah, they're splitting carries. Plus, the league's now moved to about 62% of the time you're throwing the ball instead of, back in the day where it was about 62% running the ball. It's kind of flip-flopped.
Definitely different. Different league now. Anything else on the Tomlin press conference before we move on? He didn't say much other than that.
I'll say this: the thing that I thought was interesting is he talked heavily about man-to-man coverage. Heavily mentioned it 3 times in that press conference.
True, he did.
He wants to go man-to-man, and so the moves that he's brought in with Ramsey. Now maybe we actually see what JPJ really is going to be. This is his make or break year if they actually hold true to this. And then Slay's a good man-to-man guy. He had a huge grin on his face every time he brought up man-to-man. He did it 3 times through that press conference. So I think that says a lot about what they want to do defensively. That also might bring back some of the exotic blitz packages too. Because if you feel confident in your 3 corners,
God willing.
let's bring back the exotic blitz packages.
Because now you start looking at Peyton Wilson off the edge in the slot. Brandon Eccles, this is the reason why I think he could make the team. 4-3 guy blitzing out of that nickel corner slot or dime corner slot. That could be a very interesting defense. The question is, will they fucking blitz?
Yep.
I think they're going to start out blitzing. And then the first time Mike Tomlin sees the back of Juan Hill's jersey chasing some receiver down to the end zone, he's going to like, fuck that. No more blitzing. Go back to, can we get Minkah back? Can we trade for Minkah again so we can play him 40 yards off the line? We'll see. I hope it all sounds great, and I hope they do it. My God, I hope they do it. And you've got two inside linebackers that are natural blitzers. You've got, like you said, the corner, Jalen Ramsey off the slot is fucking a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a blitzer. So let's hope.
Yeah.
Did you say, not to take it completely back to the running back storylines here, but Shower Curtain asked about how many 20-plus yard carries KJ will have. Interesting note about Najee Harris. He was third in the league for like 2 straight seasons in 20-plus yard carries.
Was he really?
Yep.
He never had a 40-yard run in his career.
Nope.
He's only had 3 going back to Alabama.
He was like one of the worst explosive carry rates, but his 20-yard carry rates, which was a big play statistic, he was third in the league for 2 straight years.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Maybe I blocked it out. I don't even remember him having 20-yard carries.
So, put a guy who fits this system, similar build, about 10 pounds lighter, KJ could rack up quite a bit of those. And he can go to the house. Yeah, he can take it to the house.
Yeah.
All right, and you also look back at it. 17 guys rushed for 1,000 yards last season, and for where Najee finished, he had 263 carries. Until I get to Kyron Williams, who rushed for 1,300 yards, all the other guys had less carries than him. Not by a lot. I mean, some were 250s, some were only 200.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you gotta average in. They're not looking for, I'm going to hand you the ball 30 times anymore. They're looking for, I'm going to give you the ball 10 times. You better fucking get 50 yards.
Yeah, it's a different league.
Yeah.
There's only a few guys that, Baltimore and maybe the Eagles that hand the ball off a lot because they got great superstar backs. And even Philly. I mean, how many carries did Saquon Barkley have last year? Do you have that in front of you?
345.
345, yeah. So you got a lot of carries. Well, we ride that guy.
345.
Yeah. And no, Harris does not put up 1,500 yards because he's not Saquon Barkley.
No.
Barkley is a take it to the house guy. I mean,
Sorry, big pun. That's two different animals. Saquon Barkley and Najee Harris.
They're not even in the same stratosphere.
No, look, could he be Bucky Irving? Maybe behind the right offensive line. He could be a guy like that.
I think Bucky Irving's more explosive than him. I don't think they're the same guy either.
Yeah, Bucky Irving's a little more explosive, but he's actually not as fast as you think he is. He's kind of a plower kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's much better in the passing game, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, Rico Dowdell, who sucks, got 1,000 yards. I mean, for the Cowboys, he got 1,000 yards. I mean, it's not as impressive a stat as it used to be. Look, right now, would you rather have Chase Brown or Najee Harris?
Oh, yeah, Chase Brown.
Who didn't get 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
He was 10 yards short.
Fuck a lot.
Yeah.
How many carries did he get?
220. 40 less than Najee.
Yeah.
I'd rather have KJ.
We're good. We're good where we're at.
Yeah. I do think that. I do think we're good where we're at.
Yeah. No, I think we upgraded off of what we had.
This team at running back, at corner, it's pretty deep. Pretty deep group. Even Trey Sermon's a serviceable back.
Is Pun insinuating that he'd rather have Najee over Barkley? What's he trying to say here?
More career yards than Barkley?
Barkley had 2,000 yards last year. Look,
what's the totals right now? Barkley's got to be killing him.
Barkley had as many yards last year as Najee had the 2 years combined.
Right.
before that.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Pun, we love you, but you're off on this one, buddy.
Yeah, and let's be fair to Barkley. Full season at 18, almost a full season at 19. That's where he got hurt towards the end of the year. Missed all of 2020 except for 2 games. Then back to 2021, almost a full season. And then he's played basically a full season for the last 3 years. I mean, he had about 20 games in his career where he wasn't as Dura, where he was hurt. But I mean, he's got 7,000 yards.
I think Pun needs to put down the icy lights.
Yeah.
Let's
7K in 7 years.
let's
For the fucking Giants, dude, they only had 12,000 yards of total offense. Like,
Najee Harris only has 4,000 career yards. He's 3,000 yards behind him. He's never catching Saquon Barkley. And he's not even going to start
I
this
think
year.
he's trying to say at his 7-year mark he'll have just as much as Barkley or more.
No chance. No, that's the easiest bet in the world.
The only place Najee Harris is going to start as a running back was in Pittsburgh because they drafted him in the first round. They didn't want to look dumb. And they didn't pick up his option. He's going to be the second string. And if he's lucky, he's going to be the second string for the Charger. I still think I would lay even money that Gus Edwards has more carries than Najee Harris.
Well, right now he's got one eye. So until he gets it back. Yeah.
How many yards? What would you put the over under on Barkley and Najee Harris yards this year? You'd be lucky to get 500 this year.
I would put it at 350.
Maybe they're gonna
would
run the wheels off
ceiling
the
is
rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Unless
you're
Hampton
looking
gets
at
hurt.
around 500.
That would be the ceiling to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It
next
is-
year,
it
if
is
he's still with
Harbaugh.
the Chargers, he's not getting more carries. Hampton's still going to get the carries.
It is Harbaugh. Harbaugh does like to run the ball.
Yeah.
I know, but
He does, but he still has Justin Herbert. Hell, we didn't have 2
Yeah.
running backs. We had 1 season with 2 running backs over 700 yards, and that was with Kenny Pickett here, who we didn't trust to throw the ball at all.
Nope.
I mean, he had last year with they had J.K. Dobbins, 195 carries for 905 yards in the 4 games he played.
Yep.
Gus Edwards, 365 on 100 carries. So if
365.
they keep that division of labor, yeah, I think you're looking at Najee getting maybe 100 carries for the year.
And he averages 3 yards a carry, so you're looking at 300 to 400 yards.
That should be about that should be the benchmark.
Yeah, there's that one's never happening. He's never catching Saquon Barkley. Never.
Look, if Najee was smart, he'd turn into some of us are old enough to remember this guy, Chuck Muncie. Made a career, a big, huge late resurgence. He wasn't 1,000-yard rushers. The Chargers would get down to the 1-yard line and he'd run it in. And he had like 2 or 3 years where he rushed for 500 yards and like 15 touchdowns in the late 70s, early 80s. Najee needs to become that kind of back. Your third one, I'm your guy. Goal line back, I'm your guy. He could become a nice little fantasy piece where he poaches touchdowns. But as a lead back, I just don't. I don't see it. I never saw it.
Take the late Zeke Elliott role, like the late career side of Zeke Elliott.
I think he could be a lot better than Zeke Elliott. He could maybe be like the bus the last couple of years.
Speaking of running, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
See
you
later. All right. That's all I actually have. Yeah, let's trash Beanie now. No, Trent likes him too, so we can't trash.
I love
You
Beanie.
can't trash me. I like him too, to be honest. I mean, like you said, he's pretty productive for somebody who didn't play very much, and he had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. That's pretty much all I had. You guys got anything else on the Steelers before we get out of here? Christian Wilkins. No. If he came 1 year cheap contract, would you take him? He's a fucking strange dude. He's talented though.
He is talented.
When he's right, he's something else.
I mean,
I
the
don't know if
rumor
he'll
is
be
he
right
was
again.
tickling some dude's feet in the locker room, and there's been some suggestions he grabbed Josh Allen where he shouldn't have grabbed Josh Allen. I mean, I don't know.
I saw a still photo today in college where he had a hold of somebody's junk from behind. Yeah, he's not right in the head, but he's a
we don't need that.
football player.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd take a flyer on him. I know we're deep at defensive line, but
I don't know that I would. I mean, that's the kind of guy who could fuck up a locker room.
yeah, true.
I agree.
He's all pro caliber talent though. But yeah, He's drifting
20s,
into
right?
AB range. Yeah, I mean, last year he had a pretty good year, right? Wasn't last year for the Raiders he had a pretty good year?
Didn't he get hurt
For a
last year?
crappy Raiders team?
I think it was the
hurt
year
last
before. I think it was
Was
the year before he had a real good season.
Yeah, I mean, they paid him, and then he, I don't get some of these NFL players, man. You get the $100 million contract, all you got to do is stay alive and make the team. And then you start acting like a fucking fool. I mean, I don't get it. Like AB and some of these other.
What did he cost himself? Like $50 million?
They're trying to avoid his guarantees.
How much was the guarantees though? Like 60 million or 50 million?
Sounded like 4 years, 110. I want to say it was 50 guaranteed. So I mean, he cost himself, at
a
least
lot of money.
Yeah, at least 50, $60 million bucks.
Insane, bro. Insane. Somebody will pay him though. Somebody will pay him.
Oh yeah,
it's usually the Raiders. It's usually the Raiders that sign these dumb players, but
yeah, maybe you can go to Chicago and hang out with Caleb Williams. Who I don't know.
Twitter today.
Good God.
I don't know if you guys saw. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw. Ben Johnson is not happy with Caleb Williams.
I think he's trying to be the disciplinarian, trying to get him on the right track. They probably babied him a little bit last year, so we'll see.
He's been babied his whole career.
Absolutely.
You probably need some tough love at this point.
Yeah, I've said all along he's a bust.
I said the same thing. I said from day one before he got drafted, I said this guy's got bust written all over him, and I got tore apart online for that take. And I'm like, he's his own worst enemy. And then like he gets drafted by Chicago. I'm like, that's like one of the absolute worst places.
It was the worst.
He could have
gone. Absolutely.
Like that town and that city, man, like they're ruthless with their football. Like that was, and the organization is just a disaster and dumpster fire sitting right anyway.
Yeah. The coach was a disaster. Yeah. It was a bad place for him to go. You're 100% right on that.
Yeah.
If he lands in Miami or San Francisco, maybe they can straighten him out quicker, but going to Chicago was a.
Oh, if he'd have been with Mike McDaniel, man, that would have been a nasty combination with his athleticism and his arm talent and stuff, and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the outside. Like, I mean, that would have opened a lot of doors for that franchise offensively, and they can already be really good when the weather's right. But
even Colin Clownherd is on. He's on Williams now, saying, "Hey, man, if you don't show anything by the end of September, you got to move on." And so they had weapons last year in Chicago with the Dunze and Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Cole Kmet's a nice tight end.
Yeah,
he is.
It's talent. That team's talented both sides of the ball now.
The O-line is a wreck. I will say that.
They signed some people though.
They got better. They signed two people, two different guards, I think.
They signed two guards. Yeah,
they should be better on the O-line this year. They should.
Plus, Ben Johnson's a million times better coach than what they had last year, so it should be pretty good. That whole NFC North is going to be good. Vikings, Packers. Damn, that's a good division.
It's going to be an interesting division.
It definitely is. How many attempts does Barkley have compared to Harris, Bob? Yeah, he had less, but dude, he was the MVP of the league last year. What are we killing Saquon Barkley for?
I
would a great player.
Look, I don't pretend I ever ran the ball. I was a defensive guy. So that being said, hey, I was fat but slow. Maybe I could.
I don't get the Saquon Barkley hate in the chat tonight. It's like, dude, the guy's the best player in the league.
Maybe we need to do some player spotlight so people actually learn who the hell these guys are that are winning MVPs. I don't know. Like,
it's been my theory that we do not know what good offense looks like anymore. We haven't had it so long that we just do not recognize good offense when we see it.
The one thing I'll say for these guys, I love that how much they love our guys. And during the season, we got to love our guys. What's the fucking choice? But in the off season and leading up to it, we could certainly take the yellow colored glass or the gold colored glasses off and go, holy shit, that guy really sucks.
Yeah, you can even do that during the season as far as I'm concerned. If somebody sucks, they suck. I mean, what's the point of pretending they don't? If they do, Minkah. It's just stop it. Stop it.
I mean, Derek Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley were like the first two running backs over 2,000 yards in forever. Like you don't see it very often. What are we talking about? It wasn't one good year. It was one dominant year. He was unstoppable.
Wow. Just the takes and it takes.
DeMarco Murray.
Okay, so remember his rookie year, he carries the Giants to the playoffs with 1,300 yards on 260 carries. When he gets hurt, he's already over 1,000 yards, misses 4 games at the end of his second year. Basically doesn't play his third year. Then 593 coming off the injury. He wasn't right, but he was getting there. Then right back up to the Giants, 1,300 yards. You know, yeah, he's had 3 seasons over 1,300 yards and one dominant year.
I may have misread Edberg's. He's correct, and I'm not hating. I'm just writing Barkley had the same yardage and less attempts. A positive comment. That makes me feel better because I was starting to think.
Pun's back on the train by himself.
Yeah, Pun, you're all by yourself on this one, buddy. That's a tough take when the guy's MVP at elite. What, he won MVP, right? Did he not?
No,
he didn't get it, but he was in the conversation all year.
He should have got it.
He should have got it.
Josh Allen got it. Yeah,
he deserved it more than Josh Allen did last year, and none of the quarterbacks I didn't feel like deserved it last year.
Agreed. He should have gotten it.
The only guy is if Burrow had made the playoffs. And I think that's an absolute minimum. If you didn't make the playoffs, I'd shut the fuck up about MVP. But if they had made the playoffs, I think Burrow deserved it.
Who do you think's better, Josh Allen or Burrow?
Right now?
In a vacuum?
Burrow.
Yeah. I love Josh Allen. I think Burrow's better.
It's Burrow, and I don't think it's close.
Well, I think Allen has
the running makes it kind of close for me. You know, when Josh Allen takes off running,
I think Allen's
pure quarterback is Burrow.
Turnovers,
yeah. Look,
turnovers too.
As a passer, it's Burrow. Well, but last year I think that's why Allen got MVP because he stopped with the turnovers. So, look, if I'm building a team from scratch, I think I might go Josh Allen, but if I'm just talking about a guy to stand back there and play quarterback, Burrow is probably the guy.
I've always been a Burrow guy. I think especially the fucking Bengals offensive line is just killing him.
Look,
absolutely killing him.
Bottom line is I don't take either one of them over Mahomes. That guy is
if you put Joe Burrow with Andy Reid, I think you have very similar results. I
think we're talking in the same category here.
I might give Mahomes the slight edge. Maybe.
Look, there's something about a guy who just wins, figures it out, and he's won all kinds of ways.
I agree.
He's won with he's thrown for the 5,000 yards, and when his teams have sucked, he still gets it done. Bottom line is that you give the ball to Mahomes, and there's 13 seconds on the clock. Fuck Josh Allen. He wins the game. I mean, there's something to be said for that at quarterback.
He's been shut down in the Super Bowl, though. Like that Tampa game, he did not play well. The line kind of was tough, but
and it's not so much. Yeah, it's not so much he got shut down as he didn't have any time to throw, and the
Eagles did a pretty good job against them last year too.
Yeah, they were all over his ass.
They probably, it's tough.
So Joe Burrow decisively ahead of Josh Allen in completion percentage, decisively ahead in passing yards. He had 70 more yards per game. He had 43 touchdowns to 28. He only threw 3 more interceptions. His rating was 7 points higher, but Josh Allen did win the rushing stats. He mopped up Josh Allen in every passing category. Not even close.
Hold on, I forget. How do you do in the wild card round? Oh, he wasn't.
That's not his fault. That's a defense that was historically bad.
Yeah, that's not on him.
I mean, he was putting the points up. I mean, I'm sure I can find points per game in here somewhere, and that offense was not the reason.
He did suck the first 4 weeks of the season, though,
and still put up almost 5,000 yards.
Right, but they started out so bad they couldn't make the playoffs. That's been the knock on him since the Super Bowl year. Is he starts slow. It takes him 4 games to get rolling.
I mean, when your defense is giving up 30 points a game.
If the defense could hold him to 20 points, he'd probably be 3-1 in those games. just trying to work himself out. But he's got to be perfect from the jump because that team stinks so bad.
Okay,
it's tough.
So name the receiver Josh Allen is throwing to, who's even
That-
remotely in the ballpark.
Stephon Diggs.
Of a ship.
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs was there. He had Stephon Diggs for years. He wasn't any better than what he is now.
Not for years.
2 good years of Stephon Davis, or
it's Stephon Diggs. Yeah,
Stephon Diggs.
You can make the argument that Burrow's had better weapons this career on offense than Josh Allen. You can definitely make that argument. But I don't think the rushing yards is nothing even when it comes, because he makes a lot of first downs. Josh Allen makes a lot of big plays with his legs. That's not nothing. That is something.
I'll take 1,200 more yards passing than 330 yards rushing.
So then you would take Dan Marino over John Elway?
It's close.
Pure passer. Yeah.
No. I want my team. My team is going to play the season. I got Dan Marino or John Elway. Elway went to the Super Bowl 5 times.
Yeah, you can't go wrong though. You can't go wrong with either one. That's two legends, dude. I mean,
and arguably, Dan Marino had the better talent in the 80s.
I mean,
it was still John Elway going to the Super Bowl.
But to me, if we're arguing that Josh Allen with 330 more yards rushing is better than Joe Burrow with 1,200 yards passing more, and he had 15 more touchdowns throwing the ball.
How many rushing touchdowns did Josh Allen have? Probably
12 to 2. It's a 10 touchdown difference.
12, yeah.
So Burrow still came out ahead.
Yeah, no, he did. But the running, you say only 300 and something yards, but it's very impactful rushing yards. He runs for first downs. He runs for touchdowns. They're close. It's a good argument. It's a good argument. I tend to agree with you though. I take Burrow over Josh Allen. I've always liked Burrow.
But let's face it. At this point in his career, what's he made the playoffs once?
That's because Cincinnati's a dumpster fire. You take him out of. You put him on 28 different teams. He's going to the playoffs.
Josh Allen went to Buffalo. Was there a bigger dumpster fire in the NFL than Buffalo?
Well, they were turning it around by 10. Well, they had got the coach in place. The coach was there when he got drafted, right? So they had their coach.
Yeah. So you look at Burrow. In fairness, hurt during his rookie year, but they were 2-7-1 when he got hurt. 10-6, 12-4, 5-5, 9-8.
Yeah, but what? You look at the 9-8. And how many points per game were they scoring? Look, he can't play defense for them. He can't coach the team. It's
no. I mean, yeah.
Their defense last year was historically bad.
Whether we like it or not, winning is a quarterback stat.
They put up 472 points last year. The defense gave up 434. That is historically bad.
Yeah, that defense is so bad, and it's worse this year because Trey Hendrickson's not signed yet, so it could be worse.
That is ungodly bad.
Yeah, but you look at Allen 1 year longer in the league, 10-6, 13-3, 11-6, 13-3, 11-6, 13-4, with not even remotely the same weapons, and you're dealing with playing in Buffalo in the weather. You got to factor.
That's why his rushing. He's got a defensive coach, so the defenses have always been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great debate. We should. This isn't even any Steelers talk. We should end it here.
Yeah, all right.
We're way off on a tangent here. Thanks for the chat. You guys were great as usual. Always love you guys chiming in for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ultra GM, the drafts have started. It's going fairly well so far. Kind of some glitches, but we're trying to work through it. Well, he's trying to work through it, not us.
Yeah.
What am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything?
No, just we'll be back Thursday night 7:45.
7:45 is the new time. Thanks for listening to Steelers Sanctuary Podcast. We'll see you Thursday.
Well, he's not weird or anything, is he? No, he's totally normal.
I think you should be working at the snack bar.
You better relax, Bob.
I mean, normal for us.
All right, let's go.
Now you've had enough.
Okay, crazy guy. I'm gonna go home now.